Welcome to Tater Mountain. We are the Tates, Jeff and Ruth. We love to cook and eat, homesteading, raising chickens and other animals, and loving on our pets. Come join us in the hills of Kentucky. Hey everybody, glad you could come sit a spell with us here on Tater Mountain today. Have you ever been in the middle of cooking cookies or baking a cake where you need brown sugar and you go to reach for it and you realize, wait a minute, I'm out. Instead of pausing your baking experience there and running off to the grocery store, I got a quick solution for you. We're going to make some brown sugar today. What I got here is my stand mixer because beating this is going to be hard on the wrist. It's quick, easy, and simple. All it is sugar and molasses. And in the grocery store, if you buy it already prepackaged, yeah, you can get the Walmart brand. It's a couple of bucks, depending on what size you get. But if you get some of the name brand stuff, it could run you $3 to $5 for it. This is actually going to be cheaper to make, and I think lasts longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cup of sugar. You can make ever how much you want. I'm going to do the recipe 3 times, so I'm going to triple it. So I'm going to do 3 cups of sugar. Now, ever how you like your brown sugar, if you like it dark or if you like it light. I like my brown sugar dark. If I can get the jar open. Oh, there we go. So, for light, you're just going to do 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon per cup of sugar. If you want dark, you do 2 tablespoons per 1 cup of sugar. So, we got 3 cups in here. There's 1. 2. So that would equal your 1 cup of dark sugar or dark brown sugar. So I got to do this 4 more times. 1, 2, 3. 4. And you can use any kind of molasses you want. I grew up on this stuff. This is the brand I've always went for, which is Grandma's Molasses Original. Put that over to the side. And this is what it's going to look like in there. I'll put my mixer down. If I can hit the button here. Here we go. And what I do is I just start off on low. You want it to get really incorporated. I'll take my spoon. I use a wooden spoon because metal spoon sometimes gives it a taste. And you just whisk it around like that right there. Get that molasses good and incorporated. Up a little more. See what I mean by it could beat your wrist. Your arms would be falling off by the time you were done. Stir that molasses in there really good. This is already starting to turn the sugar that we use, the brown color. up a little higher. And you can use a food processor for this as well. I just always use my mixer because that way I can get it all good and stirred in together and you don't leave any molasses on the sides. Because it really sticks. And this is going to turn out more like a light brown sugar. And if you want it darker, just add you a little more molasses in there. It takes a few minutes to do. But in the end, you saved yourself a few gallons of gas and the time that it took to go in the grocery store, get it, and come back to finish your bacon. You can use a hand mixer for this, or a whisk. The hand mixer, you're going to throw your sugar everywhere. This kind of keeps it in the bowl. And a hand whisk, like I said, it's going to get really thick and gooey on you, and it's just going to stick in there. And doing it with a spoon, your hands would fall off before you actually got it done. See how it sticks to these? Using a hand whisk just really wouldn't work for this. What I do is I just take my spoon, make sure it's all good incorporated, that molasses is. All that sugar is no longer white, it's brown. And what I do is I keep it in a jar like this on my counter and in my pantry. Let me get my funnel. All I do is I just scoop it in to my jar. Pack it down a little bit. And a little more. jar usually holds about 3 cups, but I had a little bit in there before we started, so it might not hold it all. But then again, it might. Yeah. And then just put your lid back on, or use it in your baked goods. And there you go. Quick and easy homemade brown sugar. And if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe us out to your friends and family. We'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good day. Bye.